All right, so let's get to debugging the issue we have with real-time databases. So the situation is that we have the project running. It shows that everything is okay, and we have the project running somewhere in here. Where is that? I had it, this one. We caused a problem with the CSS that it's kind of like zoomed out, but it's okay. It's the least of the problem right now we have. We want to find out what's going on here. I'm gonna take a screenshot of this. Actually, I'm gonna expand that just so that LLM knows what is in the object. And go here, refresh the context, remove everything, paste this screenshot, and okay, maybe we can also put this one in here and prompt something here. All right, so we have this feature that is built based on all the requirements that you can find from this document, but it gives an error. Well, it doesn't have any error, but when I click on the emojis, I cannot see those emojis added in the database. And the database shows null, as you can see on the screenshot. Requirements based on this document. Let's give that real-time document. Okay, in these situations, then you need to go to temp, drag and drop it here. Okay, that is that. I see that there is a small error here that we should have fixed before, but I will also stack this one in here. Okay. I will just add this file here. Okay, I think we're good to go. The only thing is that I don't have the database picture. I will also quickly bring this null picture. I will take the full screenshot so that it knows what is this screenshot about. Not only that area where I don't take like a screenshot intentionally. I'm not doing this. Why? Because then it knows, oh, it's a Firebase. It kind of like understands the meta level of the screenshot. Okay, now it's the time to read a little bit, not just go with the flow. So let's break it down. Emojis not appearing in Firebase. Database shows null. That's good. It got the context. Problem causes right path incorrect. That's possible. And TypeScript error in this area, I think it picked it from there. What this means, this component does not accept this click. Okay, that I understand. And then the API keys and auth and everything. I think we're not reading it from here. This is something that it might have misunderstood, or maybe we are actually using this somewhere in the code base. These keys that I have mentioned last time that we don't need to. Okay, we're not using anywhere. It's just that README file that we created. And this is a good information so that we can remember. Check your Firebase config in this database area. Okay, we are using it here. Now I think the problem is resolved. This even not, oh no, sorry, this is the README file, still the README file. What I wanted to open is the firebase.config. Sorry, firebase.ts, not TypeScript. So we are using it like this. So I'm gonna quickly show this to, we are using this way, not .env file way. And then what else is saying? Check the right logic. Okay, next steps, let's search for emoji phone. Please carry on with all the above steps that you mentioned. Okay. That was the only thing that the LLM misunderstood. Now I'm expecting that error to be fixed. Aha, the most important part, the database URL was missing. I didn't even know that that thing existed. Okay, that one is fixed, that one is fixed. Now ask it to double check everything. It also asks me to restart my development server. What does that mean? Basically come here, press Ctrl+C, and then npm run dev. By the way, do you know how I bring that up? It's just the up arrow key gives you the previous commands, down arrow key gives you the next commands until it goes back, and then you can type a new command. So I just push up arrow key on my keyboard, and then I can restart the development server. And it is double checking. I see a lot of green check marks. And accept. This should see a different thing. Maybe we can even delete this and wait for. Why can I not delete that? That might be a reason. Why? Doing this permanently delete the data and location. Okay. To delete it without seeing this message, hold Shift and click. Doesn't work. Anyways, this is something that might be the reason, but anyways, it's, I think, okay, I don't need to delete it. Now the moment of the truth again. Refresh here, refresh here. I'm gonna also open the console for this one so we can see both of these consoles. I click. I think something happened. I can see a successful message. Keep clicking, clicking, clicking. And what do I see in the database? Oh, nice. I can see data coming here. Look at that. All of this data was generated based on my clicks. So we resolved one thing. But what I don't see is the emojis displaying here. Since we resolved one thing, let's do one good step. Let's check everything is green or yellow. That's fine. Let's quickly check the code. That's fine. There was an extra handle. That database URL was missing. Now let's fix this. Fix the database write issue. It was not able to write, but now still there is a problem. The problem is that I do not see the emojis here. I'm going to give the whole context to the LLM, and I'm not going to refresh here because it doesn't make any sense to refresh it because it already remembers what happened. Wonderful. This fixed the problem. Now I can see the data in the database, as you can see it in the screenshots and also on the logs. But I do not see these newly added emojis on the screen that you see on the left. Okay, I'm going to bring the database picture as well for my little friend. Sonnet 3.7. Sonnet is a cute name, I think. All right, so this might not have like this so-called subscriptions, and it will create that. Should have happened that when the emoji event is added in Firebase, the stage UI listen to new events and animate them. What might be wrong? It's already creating these assumptions. Would you like me to update? Yes, please. That's what I'm looking for. And so we have quite a bit of more content left in this course. Hopefully we'll not face more blockers so that I can go on and show you guys the next steps. Okay, now save it. I hope that this is fixed. I'm going to believe it. One thing that I think it's not fixed. Oh, it totally misunderstood a lot of things and created. Oh no, it is fixed. So the database entry thingy is fixed. It's one time and then it goes and comes back. Wonderful. I think the database entries are fixed. Now, even if I'm clicking a lot of times and I can see, but it hallucinated and added features that I did not ask for. Like, for example, this section and also the way that this whole thing works. But I like this animation of going from the bottom to up instead of like floating and bouncing back and forth. So I will freeze this situation that it is right now by looking at what it changed. It literally, oh, it didn't have just the vibe stage mounted. There was like this old one that's called emoji wall, which I think is now a component that's not used. Did it remove it? It's in components. No, it's still there. So let's ask that. Do we need this now? And I think we don't need it. And I will also do a few things now that we are using vibe stage component. We don't need it. When you might still want to emoji all local only. Oh, I see. For the local development and that mounting things, let's keep it there. We will just not touch it so that we don't break anything. I would like to do this. Fixed the vibe stage real-time issue. All right, so we have just done a little bit of work that now it is working. In the next step, we're going to polish it. We're going to make it nicer and look nicer. And then from there onwards, what I have in my plan is to create some logs on Firestore so that you can also get your hands dirty with Firestore. And then we do some introduction to Firebase's client SDK and server SDK. And then we'll add a domain name to this, something like vibestage.amosci.com. And then we'll wrap up this section, which will wrap up the whole course. Congratulations, you have come so far. I'm so proud of you, and I hope you'll become a great vibe coder. And please, on social media, tag me. I would love to appreciate your efforts that you're putting in place to build these awesome products. Cool, and see you later.